Hey guys, if you like watching these one takes, you're probably into cars of all types, from American cars to European cars to imported cars from Japan. If you're into imported cars, you're going to want to check out importbible.com. It's the home for all things imported cars, from car news and reviews to product, merchandise, t-shirts like these, cool stickers, beanies, and more. Check out importbible.com and use my code word SMOKIN for a special TST only discount. Hey guys, welcome back to Gridlife. I'm not going to do much of an intro here, but this is nutty. This is an Acura TL 05 belonging to a gentleman named Andy who built it himself and is letting me have a go. This is a full built sleeved 3.5 V6 with a Rotrex supercharger on it, making 665 wheel horsepower. Brakes, Megan Racing coilovers, and it's incredibly clean. Federal 595 RSR tires, and Jesus. So I'm trying to get used to it out here, and it feels strong so far. They let me out a little before the run group to get a feel for this thing before I have to drive it in traffic, which I really appreciate. Makes a good sound. This shifter linkage feels awesome. Whatever this handmade, crazy looking shifter linkage is, it just rocks. Really, it's about modulating the throttle here. Andy showed me the dyno sheet. The power seems incredibly linear. And, oh boy, there is some oversteer happening when you lift off throttle there. Not a big surprise. Big heavy V6 in the front wheel drive, no rear seat. Alright, let's open it up. Wow, does that make the power? Trying to avoid some torque steer, get some heat into the brakes. Easy to blip the throttle, that's nice. Oh, it's breaking up. Oh no, he told me to literally shut it off and shut it back on, which I just did. Sketchy stuff here. Oh my god. There's a big crowd of people watching me in this Acura. Holy shit. Wow, this thing goes like a motherfucker. For an Acura. Here's the oversteer. Oh no. Kind of breaks up a little bit. Pretty cool day out here. It's about 70 degrees outside right now. It's really ideal temperature for track testing. The suspension rides nice. It corners really flat. Here's going to be some lift off oversteer, but no, it held it. It held it. And not a turbo setup, the power is super linear. It really just feels like a big beastie NA motor, with the exception of a little bit of blower whine. Once you get used to it, it's easy to modulate and manage that lift off oversteer to get you around the corner. confidence I get from a factory car, but nevertheless, for a home build, come on. Literally, he says to shut it off and shut it back on. That's the move here. Front brakes are getting very hot. They're Brembo discs and calipers, but they're not super huge. They're kind of normal size, and so at this level of track work, with this kind of horsepower, and now I'm in traffic, and we're going to see if I can hang on the bumper of an instructor-driven Cayman. I'm in the advanced instructor group. A little oversteer from the Cayman, nicely done. Yeah, this thing is pretty crazy. I'd be lying if I said I was totally comfortable driving a borrowed car in an open track day. In actuality, it makes me crazy nervous, especially with something this clean. Yeah, brakes getting a little warm here. This is actually, they gave me a lap ahead. This is their warm-up lap, so there's no passing on this lap. We're under yellow. This thing is a beast. Might I also add that this is the best looking generation of Acura TL. Shifter feels awesome. Brake pedal's getting a little soft. Oh man, it rotates the back when you lift like the Fiesta. These race cars. I really should have been able to walk that Cayman a lot faster on the straightaway than I did. You know, it feels quick, and with the exception of it fully breaking up on the front straight, it feels like it's running okay, but it might be pulling timing or something because, I mean, look, 600 horsepower at the wheels, I should be just murdering that Cayman down the front straight. Go that way. It's fun though, I'm having a good time. There's the lift off and I'm straightening it out with the throttle. This thing is nutty. And actually, considering it has so much power, in theory, it's very easy to modulate and use certain fractions of that power depending on throttle position. Really, really neat stuff, actually. Okay, my brake pedal is getting mighty hot. So I'm gonna bust it in here. All right, I'm gonna dip into the pits on this one. This, you know, we don't need to do a full sampler session. We get the idea here. This thing is really clean. There's some software bugginess a little bit because it's killing power on that front straight, but really neat build, super clean car. These seats are great. It's really fun to drive. I mean, it's not a track car. We took it on the track, but it's a road car. He's got 30,000 miles on this build, so it's held up. And I want to thank Andy for letting me have a go in this thing. It's super, super cool, and I can certainly appreciate the engineering behind something like this, and also to thank the people at Gridlife for having me out here. Wonderful people, wonderful organization, Gridlife Motorsports and Music Festival. I couldn't be happier to be here, and thank you guys for watching. That was a fun few laps. See you later.